tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again.
So
the stakes are raising every day at this point. So I better man up.
Video, subscribe, whatever. But please bear with me. I'm on baby duty right now. My baby up. So I might have to pause it just for a minute if she start crying. Other than that, enjoy the video. And hopefully this ass whooping I'm about to get to the Bulls, you know what I'm saying, playing for my hometown, Detroit. I believe I'm starting. I don't know, I don't play my career like that. I just hop on to play my part, whip some ass online, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA.
Ready to go?
Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. For the season series between these two teams, the Pistons came away empty-handed in the last matchup against Chicago. They've still got a one-game advantage, but no longer have the momentum, dropping that game after starting off the season series with 2 straight wins.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Ray in at point guard. Out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, we were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Pass to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. No luck.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Outside Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. And Rose wide open. He shoots. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Butler kicks to Gibson. Now Butler. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Sinks the triple.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct. The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
That one misses.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Now here's Freak. 20 points for him last game against Dallas. Left side Rose. It's hauled in by Harris.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Here's Butler after the basket by Detroit. He feeds it to Rose. Outside Gibson. Down low. And it's sent back by Drummond. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And it's Rose penetrating. And that one's good. Rose has got his first basket.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Bulls trail by 7. They set the screen. Here's Butler. Can't get it to go. Now the Pistons take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Dishes it to Gibson to the right side. McDermott passes to Gasol. Kicks to Rose. Back to Gasol. Right at the free throw line. It's hauled in by Harris.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
On the topic of Caldwell-Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development.
Here's Freak following the score by Derrick Rose. Morris a screen. Freak kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Freak. Shoots. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Rose goes in. The kick outside to Butler. Nice open look, but it's no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Detroit, no good that time either.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
To the inside. Morris with the block, and they're able to recover. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. And Mirotic subbed in for Taj Gibson. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Reggie Jackson comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Harris. He showed up every night. He's putting up 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
Some guys just have the gift, and he's one of them. You need points, he's your go-to guy.
Now Rose, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Nice shot by McDermott.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Pistons leading by 5. They set the pick. Jackson dishes to Freak. Sinks the triple. Freak's got his first 3 points of the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now, here is Mirotic. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Now here's Freak following the miss by Derrick Rose. That pushes it to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Detroit lead. To the paint. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Rose. Butler's got 5 now.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Freak. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Johnson goes in. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Pistons lead by 10.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Butler from outside. Rebound by the Pistons.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Rose. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Rose passes to Butler. Noah the screen. Butler kicks it to Noah. And it's sent back by Drummond. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Portis is checked in for so Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Portis. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Mirotic. And Moore subbed in for Rose. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Moore in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks had a huge game. He had 20 points and seemed to have a hand in every defensive stop. Good numbers for him in both the steals and blocks columns. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control. Checking out the game, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is having. He has 15 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Here's Butler. 5 points in the game. McDermott dishes to Gibson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Knocked away. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gasol a screen. And it's Moore penetrating. That's good. Moore's got his first points in this one.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Takes the 13-footer. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Now here's Freak. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And Drummond throws it down.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Morris passes to Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. Now the dish to Drummond. Detroit needs to get off a shot. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Feeds to McDermott from the arc, and the shot is good. McDermott's got his second bucket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
11 feet away, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And it's 9 points for Freak.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Busting these niggas' ass. Damn, I got a double-double.
And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10. Number 1.
And those are some of the finest passers the rookie class has to offer. I mean, that's some great company. I think he'd like to stay right in that mix.
Well, lately he's been one of the best. And as far as I can see, his star is clearly on the rise.
Here's Butler. 7 points in the game. Up off the screen. Offers off the pick and hammers it home.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And the Pistons with possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Ray. Here's Drummond. And it's good.
Oh. Damn, somebody calling me. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, just barely. Just barely. She only jumped by like a half an ounce. She ain't winning no more. Alright. I'm gonna try, but she ain't. I was trying. But she ain't even want to pacify. Alright.
One through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint. And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from 3. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's McDermott. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game. Getting back to Jimmy Butler's shooting, he looks fantastic with his form now. He's worked so much on his mechanics, as you know, Greg. So much dedication, and that hard work has really begun to pay off.
And you know what? Jimmy Butler should serve as an example for so many young players of what can be accomplished with the tremendous work ethic. I mean, this is a guy that shot the ball well from behind the arc, 83% from the free throw line. And you wonder, given this young man's fortitude, just how much higher those percentages go and how much better he can become.
Outside Gasol. Back to Butler. To the middle, 6 to shoot, and Gasol gets it to go.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Ray, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Paul Gasol.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Freak. He's got 11 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they're going to be dangerous.
Rose, he's checked in for each one more. Rose with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Here's Gasol. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Freak. 13 points in the game. Morris with the screen for Freak. And Drummond kicks to Freak. From about 19 feet. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Rose dishes to Gasol, and it's blocked.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Now Rose, following the three-point attempt by Freak. From the wing. And it's Rose missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Ray, cans the 12-footer. Freak's got 15 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Pistons lead by 21. And
well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Well, I mean, I guess that's a question for them, really. I'm not going to try and guess what they'll be doing in the locker room because I think that's a pointless exercise. Just going to keep plugging away and doing my thing, you know.
Thank you for your time, Kevin. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Nobody want to see this shit. Back to this fucking game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Ray, he's in at point guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Harris, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2 spot. No good from Gibson.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Here's Harris, and he lays it straight in. Harris has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pistons.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
Outside Rose. Inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Andre Drummond picks one up.
A splendid pass that time by Rose. And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Here's McDermott. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Rain. Harris outside. He dishes it to Freak. Drummond up top. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 18. Drummond the screen. Bangs home the trifecta. Caldwell Pope's got 21.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And stolen by Freak. And now the Pistons fast break. Freak with the ball. And Drummond throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Off the pick. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in three-point shooting, sixth in shooting percentage, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
Here's Drummond. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Gibson setting the pick for Rose. The pass to Butler. Back to Rose. Goes up again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Take a look at what Butler's done. 13 points and 4 assists.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play. Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Rose. Gibson the screen. Outside Rose. Right side Gasol. Baseline J on the way. And the shot falls short this time. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Can't capitalize on the good pick.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
The feed to Caldwell Pope. Morris a screen. Clock at 6. Off the pick. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Detroit making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. Here's Butler. He's got 14. And finished off by Gasol.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, G.A. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
Yeah, he can still punch it when he wants to, though. We saw that, didn't we, fellas?
Here's Ray. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. That one on Rose. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
And the Bulls making a change here. Moore's checked in. Here's Rose. cannot hit. And Detroit the other way now.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
To the paint. And it's sent back by Drummond. And that one's good. Now here's Freak. 21 points in the game.
Move the ball. Stick it to him.
They get it back. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year, eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
Okay, baby. Okay.
No good on the second.
You all right? Huh? No, let it out. Let it out. Come on, baby, let it out. You gotta spit it up, baby. Well, obviously, we won. We 21, them niggas. There ain't no point in watching this shit no more. Well, to see what I'm even finished with.
So he hits 1 of 2. And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player.
And that one's good. Freak.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Here's Rose. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Rose has got 15.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's Ray, and the foul on Derrick Rose. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from
Chicago making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Butler in for Derrick Rose. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mirotic out there with Jimmy Butler. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Freak with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Ray the pass to Bullock.
Stick it too much.
He kicks it to Drummond.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Butler kicks to Mirotic. Gasol a screen, off the screen, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Freak kicks to Bullock. That three off the mark.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
That one goes. Count it. 20 points for Jimmy Butler.
Well, I tell you what, it's easy to get spoiled watching this fella. I mean, he just makes it look so simple.
Rain. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Pau Gasol was the #3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Mirotic has a wide open look. Here's Portis. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Morris a screen. Freak kicks to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to Ray. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dinwiddie. Brooks covering. Dishes it to Freak. Releases. Chicago grabs the miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Morris with the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it's Bullock missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Brooks, here we go. From the high post, he drills it. Freak with it.
You know, one thing we saw a lot of last season during the playoffs was the hack-a-shack plan, pretty much purposely fouling a poor free throw shooter. A lot of differing opinions on it, as it wasn't fun to watch for the viewers, but many feel it's a legitimate part of the game if it works.
Puts it up. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Butler from outside. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bagels in the second.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And he makes the first. Chicago making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Portis. Doug McDermott comes in for Mirotic. And it's Rose in for Aaron Brooks. Detroit also making some changes. Harris comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Good.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Detroit's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Rose. Harris kicks to Freak. 5 on the clock. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Freak's got 6 points in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Rose dishes to Gibson. Back to Rose. Butler passes to Gibson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and south.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bulls. Etwan Moore comes in for Jimmy Butler. And then for Detroit, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Ray. The stupendous finish in traffic. Freak's got 31.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Detroit.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And, Greg, this gives them some gloating room, if you will. It's a special win because now they'll finish 3-1 against them.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Andre Drummond. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
And taken away by Johnson. The finish. And Freak throws it down.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow. Yeah, that's a bad move there.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And this one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did. I mean, they just rolled to this one. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
21.
Well, once again, your ability to make plays with your passing was a major factor in this one. How did you get the offense clicking?
It's like this. You set a tone at the top, everyone in the league followed. Made sure we were all on the same page tonight. Everyone underneath me, and the rest of the team followed suit.
Kevin, an interesting response. Over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
Well, his ability to get into the paint, get to the rim was deadly. For a guy who's mainly a perimeter shooter, it was remarkable how many of his...
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
What about me? I had 31 points, like 15 assists, like 2 steals, a couple rebounds. I got 3 steals, 14 assists, 4 rebounds, 33 points. Come on, bro. Be my own highlights. Fuck y'all. I'm player of the game. Huh. Boy got them dishes. Up down court. Ugh. Steph his ass. Steph again. Huh. Ugh. Drop. Dishes, boy. Huh. Cook. Huh. You ain't stopping me, my nigga. Look at that steal. Huh. Huh. Steph. Huh. Huh. Cook. Cook. Kush. Euro that ass. Look at that. Look at that. Ugh. Niggas can't fucking stop me, boy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a fuck. It's just a game. It's just a video. And it's just my motherfucking channel, nigga. Should I show this?
Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
You'd have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
No.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it. Your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
Hey, if this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Don. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No. No more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because
bro,
of
this
Vic,
is my hometown, bro. You can't fucking kick me out of Detroit like this, man. Fuck y'all niggas.
His reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players gotta be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really? They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade? Some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. When they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you gotta do, that's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you gotta make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up. Not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
No. I ain't letting my mans go. Fuck y'all niggas.
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. Snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay. We've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. So when this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make.
Another cutscene.
Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you want.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
Alright, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
For the dap.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Switch.
Switch.
Again.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, switch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that. Cool. Yeah.
That's so cute. What? Holy shit. Playoffs? Ooh. Ooh, I'm in the playoffs, bitch. I'm in the motherfucking playoffs, bitch. I got 6,000. I'm still gonna say that 28. Well, guys, that's the end of the video. So, yeah, like I said earlier, leave a like, all that shit. Peace.